Hello everybody, this is Miss James here, and we're going to do a quick review of velocity time graphs. Okay, so for a velocity time graph, the sign of the velocity shows the direction of motion. So any velocity that's positive, any velocity that's up here means that it's moving away. Meanwhile, any velocity that's down here means it's moving towards. How fast means how far are we from the x-axis. So these lines are fairly close to the x-axis and they're going slow because their velocity is close to the 0 point. And these lines are farther from the x-axis, and that means they're going fast. Even this line, which is a little confusing, I admit, because it's lower, but actually it's faster. Oh, physics. The next thing is talking about constant speed versus changing speed. If it's a flat line, then it's going at a constant speed because for all times, it is the same velocity. At 10 seconds, it's this velocity. At 20 seconds, it's the same velocity. And here we have a changing speed. It started off at a high velocity because it's far from the x-axis, and then it went down to be a low velocity. That velocity is changing. How fast the velocity changes depends on how steep the line is. So here, there's no acceleration, no changing velocity because the line is flat. But here, we've got some changing velocity, so that's what acceleration means, that the velocity is changing over time. And it's changing at a certain pace. But here, it's changing super quick. This is a high acceleration because the velocity is changing quickly. Okay, so let's try an example. Describe what's happening in the following graph. Take a moment, pause the video, and try it on your own. Okay, let's talk about the answer. Let's look at this first section first. What's happening here? Here it stopped. The velocity is 0 for all time. In this section, what's happening? Oh, well, we're positive velocity, so we're moving away, but we're flat, so we're at a constant velocity. So this is moving away at a constant pace. Here, we're still moving at a constant pace because we're flat, but now we're moving towards the detector because the velocities are negative. And in this last section over here, we're still moving towards because we're still negative, but now we are changing our speed. Okay, so in review, and this might be something I would put on my index card, the direction is shown by the sign of a velocity. How fast the motion is how far the graph is from the x-axis. If the speed is changing, you can tell whether it's flat or slanted. And how quickly it's accelerating is the slope, because the slope of the velocity time graph is acceleration. Hope you found that helpful.